Welcome back to the CarBeats fam. If you're into rugged little off-roaders with big personalities, then buckle up. Because today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated updates in the 4x4 world, the 2026 Suzuki Jimny. Whether you're already a Jimny fan or just discovering this compact beast, stick around, because the new version brings exciting updates without losing its iconic charm. Now, the Jimny has always been a bit of a rebel in the SUV space. Small, square, and unapologetically old school in design, it's managed to build a cult following around the world, and for good reason. It's capable, reliable, and charming in a way that few vehicles today manage to be. With the 2026 model, Suzuki is taking everything we love about the Jimny and adding just enough modernization to keep it competitive, clean, and compliant with increasingly strict emissions regulations. Let's start with what you'll notice first: the design. Suzuki has wisely chosen not to mess with the Jimny's iconic silhouette. It's still boxy, still adorable, and still very clearly inspired by its rugged predecessors. That said, the 2026 Jimny brings in some refreshing tweaks. Expect more refined LED lighting elements, front and rear, with updated graphics that give the car a slightly more modern presence. There are also small aerodynamic tweaks, like more contoured bumpers and possibly smoother wheel designs, which not only add style, but improve efficiency. Even the door handles have been subtly redesigned for a cleaner look, and there's talk of fresh color options that give the new Jimny a slightly more premium vibe. Don't worry, it still looks like it can climb a mountain. But now, it also looks like it could park outside a modern cafe without turning heads for the wrong reasons. Where things really start to get interesting, though, is under the hood. The 2026 Jimny sticks with the familiar and dependable 1.5-liter four-cylinder petrol engine. This motor has earned a reputation for simplicity and reliability, producing around 100 horsepower and 130 newton-meters of torque. But here's the kicker: Suzuki is finally bringing a mild hybrid system into the mix. We're talking about a 48-volt setup designed not to completely change the driving experience, but to enhance it. This mild hybrid tech adds a small electric motor and a lithium-ion battery, which helps reduce emissions and fuel consumption, especially in stop-and-go traffic. It provides a bit of torque fill during acceleration, and it allows for smoother auto stop-start functionality. That means the Jimny will now meet stricter European emission standards, dropping CO2 levels from around 146 grams per kilometer to something closer to 117. It's a small but important step in the right direction for sustainability without compromising that mechanical, analog feel we all appreciate in this SUV. And yes, before you ask, the manual gearbox is still available. Suzuki knows its audience, and they understand that Jimny lovers prefer shifting gears themselves. For those who prefer convenience, there's still an automatic transmission option too, but purists can breathe easy. Inside the cabin, the updates continue. The 2026 Jimny still has that rugged utilitarian vibe, no surprise there, but the layout is slightly more refined. Expect an upgraded infotainment system with a larger screen, crisper graphics, and likely support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The materials are still tough and washable, which is great if you're taking the Jimny off-road or just have messy passengers, but Suzuki is clearly trying to offer a more comfortable, everyday driving experience. On the safety front, the new Jimny is stepping up its game. For the 5-door variant, also known as the Jimny Sierra, we're seeing the inclusion of advanced driver assistance systems. That means features like adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, and even enhanced pedestrian detection at night are making their way into this rugged little SUV. There's a stereo camera system mounted near the rearview mirror, which helps with all those semi-autonomous features and contributes to a higher safety rating. Speaking of the 5-door Jimny, let's talk variants. Suzuki isn't just sticking with the traditional 3-door this time around. The longer 5-door model is already on sale in markets like India and parts of Southeast Asia, and it's expected to expand globally by 2026. This longer version adds about 340 mm to the wheelbase, giving rear seat passengers significantly more legroom and making the Jimny much more practical for families and road trips. Then there's the really exciting news. Suzuki is rumored to be developing a Jimny-based Ute, a tiny pickup truck version of the Jimny. This also puts Suzuki in the room to be developing a Jimny-based Ute, a tiny pickup truck version of the Jimny. Think compact dual-purpose workhorse with off-road capability, and a small rear tray for tools, gear, or even weekend adventure supplies. It's not official just yet, but the prototype images and testing leaks make it look very real. If this becomes reality, the Jimny could carve out a whole new niche for itself in the light utility space. Now, let's clear the air about the elephant in the room. Is there going to be an electric Jimny? The short answer is maybe. Suzuki executives have publicly stated that electrifying the Jimny poses significant challenges. The vehicle's lightweight design and simple structure are part of its appeal, and dropping in a heavy EV battery pack would compromise that. That said, there are reports of a 3-door electric Jimny prototype being developed for European markets, likely just to satisfy regional emissions quotas. Don't expect it to lead Suzuki's global EV lineup anytime soon. For now, the hybrid path is the chosen direction. What hasn't changed, and this is key, is the Jimny's legendary off-road ability. The 2026 version maintains its ladder frame chassis, solid front and rear axles with coil springs, and the beloved All Grip Pro 4-wheel drive system. This includes a low-range transfer case that allows the Jimny to crawl over rocks, ford shallow rivers, and handle deeply rutted tracks with confidence. The short wheelbase, narrow body, and generous approach and departure angles make it a true mountain goat in the world of compact SUVs. Suzuki is clearly positioning the Jimny not just as a lifestyle SUV, but as a capable tool for people who actually go off-road. And with the new variants, you can now pick a Jimny that suits your specific needs, whether that's a nimble 3-door for weekend fun, a 5-door family hauler with attitude, or a rugged little pickup that's ready for both city streets and work sites. As for when you can get your hands on one, the release schedule will vary depending on where you are. The 5-door model is already out in India and select Asian markets, and it's expected to roll out across Europe, Australia, and other global regions throughout 2025 and into early 2026. Pricing will vary, but estimates suggest the base 3-door mild hybrid model will start in the low to mid $20,000 0 cents USD range, with the 5-door and Ute variants pushing a bit higher, especially with extra features and safety tech included. So, what's the final verdict? The 2026 Suzuki Jimny is shaping up to be the most well-rounded version of this Mini 4X4 yet. Suzuki has listened to feedback from fans and regulators alike, improving emissions, tech, and space, without turning it into a soft crossover. It still looks the part, it still drives like an old-school 4X4, but now it's more usable, more efficient, and if that Ute version hits production, more versatile than ever. If you're a fan of the old-school driving experience with just the right amount of modern touches, the new Jimny is absolutely worth keeping an eye on. Whether you're into overlanding, city exploring, or just love compact vehicles with character, this update is Suzuki's way of saying, we're not giving up on fun, capable cars anytime soon. So what do you think? Are you team 3-door? Team 5-door, or holding out for the pickup? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to CarBeats for more in-depth car reviews and previews, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your wheels dirty and your revs high. This is CarBeats, signing off.